And welcome to Reading Between the Lines. I am your host, The Water Dog, and I'm continuing my series today over my favorite films throughout the decades, and we are on the 1970s. The 1970s is what I would call the golden age of cinema because this is really when cinema really breaks out. You get the summer blockbuster, you get everything. This is when really, people really made going to the movies. There was a lot of great movies being made in the 1970s. When you look at the American Film Institute's top 100 list, 18 of their all-time greatest movies come from the 1970s. The highest ranking one is The Godfather at number 2, followed by Star Wars at number 13. Their list includes Chinatown, Apocalypse Now, The Godfather Part 2, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Annie Hall, Taxi Driver, The Deer Hunter, MASH, Jaws, Rocky, Nashville, American Graffiti, Cabaret, Network, A Clockwork Orange, All the President's Men, The French Connection, The Last Picture Show. So you know that we're talking about a decade where there's a lot of great movies that come out during that period. Now, when you compare their list to my list, and for me it was very hard because the 70s really becomes the first decade for me that really becomes hard as far as what movies I was going to pick on my list to make it my top 10 favorite. But 3 of my movies are on the AFI list. For my list, I have another Western, 10th overall. 2 comedies, 4 overall, 2 dramas, 6 overall. I have an action movie. I have another horror movie. That's my 6th overall horror movie. And 3 sports movies. 3 sports movies. There you go, 1970s for me. When we're looking at things like directors, director Sidney Lumet has an appearance. He has his 2nd overall appearance on my list. Director John Landis has an appearance. Steven Spielberg makes his first appearance on my list of directors. John G. Avildsen makes an appearance, and Clint Eastwood, as a director, makes an appearance on my list. Okay. When we talk about actors, Eastwood as an actor makes an appearance. It's his 2nd overall. Sylvester Stallone has an appearance. Burt Reynolds. Richard Dreyfuss has 2 appearances. Actress Karen Allen makes her first appearance, and actress Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand makes an appearance. It's her only appearance on my list. She is one of my favorite actresses, but it's her only appearance as far as my top 10 favorite films goes, and it's going to be in this decade. So that gives you an idea of where I'm going with my list for the 1970s. So here it is, The Water Dogs, top 10 favorite movies of the 1970s.
I'd say we scored a touchdown.
Oh, you think it's funny? Well, I fail to see any humor at all. Maxwell changed the play that I sent in. Elliot broke his pattern, and the catch was a fluke. There's no room for flukes in winning game plans.
When I was laying there yelling, flopping all over the field in front of all those people, you know what I felt?
Oh, satisfaction.
Yeah. I mean, made me feel like I was doing something important, you know?
Yeah.
When the pain got the worst, that's when I felt the most secure.
I hear you.
The answer is no.
Know what?
I ain't never loved nobody.
Maxwell sends Tuttle and Elliott to the left side, so they overload Chicago's defensive right side on 1st and 10. Back to pass Maxwell. Delane is Tuttle, and the pass is to Huddle on the sideline. However, there's a flag down. Tuttle is hurt. Oh, what a hit by Francis Chapman from the secondary.
I'm not crazy about the arrangements.
You're not.
Definitely not. I'm paying the rent. I will make it a rules. I like to take showers every morning, and I don't like the panties drying on the rod. I like to cook, so I will use the kitchen whenever I damn well please, and I am very particular about my condiments, so keep your salt and pepper to yourself. Plus, I play the guitar in the middle of the night whenever I cannot sleep, and I meditate every morning, complete with chanting and burning incense, so if you've got to walk around, I'd appreciate a little tiptoeing. Also, I sleep in the nude. A buffo.
But I'll tell you what I do like about you, Paula. Lucy. Lucy's your best part. Lucy is worth putting up with you for. So here is
$14 for the care and feeding of that terrific kid. You get zippity doodah. You want any money? Borrow it from your 10-year-old daughter. Despite the fact, Kate, you're one large pain in the arse. Last night was the best thing that ever happened to me, career-wise. And if you weren't behaving like such a horse's rectum this morning, you'd know that we could have been touching and fondling all day long till about 5 o'clock when I gotta go to rehearsal. Personally, madam, I think you blew it.
We know the air is unfit to breathe and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad.
The world is a college of corporations, inexorably determined by the immutable bylaws of business. The world is a business, Mr. Beale. It has been since man crawled out of the slime.
You're television incarnate, Diana. Indifferent to suffering, insensitive to joy. All of life is reduced to the common rubble of banality. War, murder, death. All the same to you as bottles of beer.
Rocky Balboa? Never heard of him.
Look, it's the name, man. The Italian Stallion. The media will eat it up. Now, who discovered America? An Italian, right? What would be better than to get it on with one of his descendants?
He's a southpaw. I don't want you messing around with southpaws. Now, they do everything backwards.
Southpaw nothing. I'll drop him in 3. Apollo Creed meets the Italian Stallion. Sounds like a damn monster movie.
My father, he's, my old man. He was never too smart. He says to me, you weren't born much of a brain, you know, so, you better start using your body, right? So I've become a fighter.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Why you laughing?
My mother, she said the opposite thing.
What'd she say? What'd she say the opposite?
She said you weren't born much of a body, so you better develop your brain.
Are you really so sure of everything you're so sure of?
Sure. Aren't you?
No. Not as sure.
Do things still come too easily?
Huh?
In a way, he was like the country he lived in. Everything came too easily to him.
Now, what in hell made you remember that?
I always wondered if it would stay true.
Not altogether.
This isn't college. This is grown-up politics, Katie. And it's stupid and dangerous.
What are you telling me to do? Sit by and shut up just because it's dangerous?
I'm telling you it's a waste. That's what I'm telling you. And that those men and their families are only going to get hurt. And that nothing is going to change. Nothing. And after jail, after 5 or 6 years of bad blood, when it's practical for some fascist producer to hire some communist writer to save his ass because his hit movie's in trouble, he'll do it. They'll both do it. They'll make movies. They'll have dinner. They'll play tennis. They'll make passes at each other's wives. Now, what in the hell did anybody ever go to jail for?
Your girl is lovely, Hubble. Why don't you bring her for a drink when you come?
I can't.
I know.
You all know me. Know how I earn a living. I'll catch this bird for you, but it ain't gonna be easy. It's bad fish. Not like going down the pond chasing bluegills or tommycots. This shark, swallow you whole. Shaking, tenderizing, down you go. And we gotta do it quick. I don't bring back the tourists. That'll put all your businesses on a paying basis. But it's not gonna be pleasant. I value my neck a lot more than $3,000, Chief.
What we are dealing with here is a perfect engine, an eating machine. It's really a miracle of evolution. All this machine does is swim and eat and make little sharks, and that's all. Now, why don't you take a long, close look at this sign? Those proportions are correct.
Love to prove that, wouldn't you? Get your name into the National Geographic.
Kick me. Kick me. What was that? An exhibition? We need emotional content. Boards don't hit back.
Bolo.
Go!
Kroger, your Delta Tau Chi name is Pinto.
Why Pinto?
Why not?
What's my Delta Tau Chi name?
Dorfman, you've given this a lot of thought. From now on, your name is Flounder.
Flounder? Oh, Otter, please don't do this. I got news for you, pal. They're gonna nail us no matter what we do. So we might as well have a good time. Toga, 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 toga.
Do you mind if we dance with your dates?
Why, no, not at all. Go right ahead.
I quit.
What makes you so tough? I don't know. It just comes natural. That'll cost you, boy.
Now, you take this bandage, you dip it into the plaster of Paris, you wrap it around the cast, and in 15 minutes it becomes as hard as a rock. You got it? Got it!
Worked once,
Ought to work again, right? All right. One more time. On two. Ready? Hey. Four. Oh. Set. Hut.
Hits Modansky with the ball right in the nether region. Once again.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I'm getting better at sneaking up on you like this. Only an Indian can do something like this.
That's what I figured.
You figured.
Only an Indian could do something like that.
The sign of the Comanche. That will be on our lodge. That's my word of life.
And your word of death?
It's here in my pistols, and there in your rifles. I'm here for either one.
These things you say we will have, we already have.
That's true. I ain't promising you nothing extra. I'm just giving you life, and you're giving me life. And I'm saying that men can live together without butchering one another.
He's got the first move. I owe him that. I think I'll try to tell him the war is over. What do you say, Mr. Wilson?
I reckon so.
Thanks for watching the whole video. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning into my channel. If you like what you've been seeing, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about it. Let them know about reading between the lines. Y'all take care.